Hey guys, and welcome to episode 3 of Can Anybody Hear Me, the podcast. I'm your host, Ashabi, and yeah, welcome. Just before I introduce my lovely guest next to me, I just want to apologise, guys. I know my episode drops have been terrible, but I told you I'm still new to the game and I'm getting there. But yeah, for my viewers, I've got a very, very special guest with me. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey guys, it's King Kareen.
Okay, do you want to let the people know what you do?
So I'm a social media influencer / hair model muse, and I create content, just keep it a buck, giving the vibes and stuff like that.
Nice. Okay, so before we get into any of today's content, I'm going to ask you what your song of the week is. What's the song that's been in the back of your head, like back to back?
My song of the week is Mobad Feel Good. I don't know if anyone knows him.
Oh yeah, is that not the
R.I.P. to him. I really love that song, literally, and it's crazy because it was already my song of the week before he passed,
isn't it?
And so I've just been blasting it like non-stop.
Do you believe all like the accusations about Naira Marley and?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, part of me does, but I kind of just tried not to even feed into it because it just makes me really sad.
Oh yeah,
even the videos that they were showing of him and stuff like that, I just can't watch that. So I'm an empath. Like when I feel things, so I just couldn't really watch it, honestly. Yeah.
No, of course. I don't think I know that song in particular, but I know him. He's a really good artist. So shout out to him.
That's a good song. It's a good, very spiritual song, and you just resonate with it when you're going through a lot of stuff. And it's like he's basically singing. He's like plenty enemies that are following him, like they shouldn't catch him in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So even me, they shouldn't catch me in Jesus' name.
Okay, so, my song of the week, I would say, I don't know, do you listen to Beyonce?
Not really, no.
Do you know that song Heated is on the new album?
No, I've not heard the new album apart from TikTok or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, it's a TikTok sound, but that's my song of the week. I'm not really a Beyonce fan. I'm actually more on the Afrobeats kind of spectrum, but my friends say I listen to Afrobeats too much.
No, I like more like trap and rap and
really?
Yeah,
do you like Irish?
Trap. Who?
Irish trap.
Irish trap?
You never heard of any of them?
I mean, maybe. I think I wouldn't know the names on top of my head, but maybe. Who's that Irish trap?
I don't know, but I just assumed because you're Irish.
I think you just throw me underneath the bridge.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so
shout out to them though. Y'all are doing your thing.
No, literally, they're trying so small. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna get into is a little game. So if you wanna look next to you on the table, I think it's the second. The second thing. There should be like a plushie there.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Can you grab that for me?
Okay. I'm dropping the glasses.
That's fine.
Sorry.
No, you just hold on to that. So we're gonna play a game called Yay or Nay.
Okay.
So it's kind of self-explanatory. Okay, so she's got a plushie in her hand. That's the nay side, and then the yay side is there. So I'm gonna bring up some topics, and I'm gonna ask you if you're gonna change the plushie to what you think it is. Okay, so the first one is iPad Kids. By the way, I made this family orientated.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't really say nay because Majesty's an iPad Kid.
Oh,
she calls the iPad Elmo because she only watches Elmo, so she's like Elmo, and I'm like, sis, it's iPad. And I'm like, yeah, iPad. So I mean, she even does all the fingers, and she loves when she swipes it and it just moves, and she'll go out of it like her little. Because I have YouTube Kids because I'm trying to keep her obviously,
of course,
regulated what she's watching. So it's like it sticks and doesn't show ads and random stuff. So when she actually goes out of it, she's like, oh no, mommy.
So how old is yours, if you don't mind me asking?
She's 19 months, so that's 1 year and a couple months.
So you think iPad? So we're gonna give iPad Kids a yay? Yeah. I feel like it's a thing where having kids, it's you're just gonna adapt to that because it's hard to keep kids entertained nowadays. I feel like back in the day, everyone was outside playing with their friends. Kids aren't really doing that anymore. So
especially when they're young as well, because sometimes you're not able to do designated play hours. I tried my best in a full day for us to have sit down play time, but there's time I need to do things in the house. So the iPad is going to keep occupied, but it depends what she's watching. She's watching Miss Rachel, which teaches her about maths, ABCs, colors, animals, all those kind of things, or she's watching which is also teaching her, just to keep her entertained but still educated. Of course. So I think it just depends what you put on for them.
Yeah. Okay, so we're giving iPad Kids a yay. The next one is public proposals.
That's not a yay because
really?
Yeah, why not? I think it'd be nice to professional love for me. But I mean when I say public, it's maybe we're at dinner or in the middle of like Times Square.
Do you not want like the intimacy of it just being you and your partner? Would you want people to see?
Or gonna be intimate regardless. Like we're gonna go home.
That's so true.
Do you know what I mean? True. So I think why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And our last one, I really hope you've watched it. The last one is Top Boy season 3. Have you watched it?
Everyone's gonna hate me. I haven't watched it only because like Top Boy is just so tragic to me. Like,
oh, okay.
I just hate how sad it is. I only watched season 1 and never watched it again.
Really?
Yeah. For me, it was when they threw that little boy off the balcony.
The balcony,
I said
that was tough.
And like my friends always say to me like my friends always say to me like it's real life though, and I'm like, I know, but sometimes ignorance is bliss. Like,
right, no,
you just don't
true.
want to have it in your face. Like, even I don't even sometimes watch the news unless like something we have. My family will tell me like, it's sad. It's too sad.
Do you feel like things that you can't control is what upsets you the most?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just try to just
stay away from that.
Yeah.
No, I get what you mean.
Exactly.
It's kind of like filtering out the stuff that's gonna hurt you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got 2 yeas and an A.
Yeah.
Not bad. So Top Boy season 3, you know what to do.
Sorry.
You know. Okay, so before I go into our hot topics of the week, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in our first trigger warning of the video. Today's content might be a bit heavy for you, and that's totally fine. You can tap out the video now and join us in the next episode. Okay, so our first hot topic of the week. I don't know if you saw. Do you follow the Shade Bar?
Yeah, I do.
They must have posted. So Steph London has a workout routine. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't think I saw that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna read it out. So she posted a selfie of her like in her gym outfit, and she captioned it: 2 hours in the gym, no food.
Oh yes, I did. She said she doesn't eat.
Natural, like she just drinks juice, no food, 2 hours in the gym. Come on.
You can't be putting that kind of stuff.
Come on, because little girls that are inspired by her, they're gonna go and see that and they're gonna start starving themselves.
No, I don't think that's right. You shouldn't be putting that out there. I think like she's got a really, really big platform.
Exactly.
And like you said, little girls will be watching that. So you're telling people basically just live off of juice.
Like,
man can't even live off bread. You're gonna live off juice.
No, literally.
No.
And I feel like it's not realistic. Let's be real, she's not doing that.
Yeah.
So why is she putting that out there? And people are gonna start following that, and it's not ideal. If you're gonna work out, you need the correct nutrition.
Yeah.
Why are you starving yourself and
like
going to the
people
gym?
actually are real gym sharks. Say you need the heavy protein, and you see the little meal preps they eat. I can't eat as much as a gym shark eats.
Yeah, they eat a lot.
Exactly. So you wouldn't tell someone your workout routine is basically starving yourself. Yeah, you're taking a piss.
It's not it. And I even saw it in the comments. They were throwing shots, and rightfully so, because it's like, if one thing about me, I'm so heavy on, if you have a big platform, use it to spread positive stuff.
Exactly. That's what I preach as well.
That's not going to help anyone. Okay, so our next hot topic of the week is, I don't know if you saw as well, it was on the Shade. Well, that's where I saw it. Smart Whip becoming a Class C drug.
Yeah.
It was about time.
Would you believe I've never even done that?
That's so good.
Please, man.
Now, props to you.
Like, the first time, when it first came out, obviously everybody was trying it. I tried it once. I was like, this something is the devil. There's no way I can get this high for a short amount of time and it can't do something to my body. All my friends are doing it. Like, my girls always be like, why won't you? I'm just looking at them like, no. Literally. I really can't. And I feel like God used me as a scapegoat and I'll be the one that's paralyzed.
No, literally. Literally.
Even when we're in Kavos, like, for the whole 9 days in Greece, like, you see the canisters everywhere. People were like doing them constantly. I'm like, this thing is too dangerous, bro.
You know, I thought it was only like a UK thing. They're doing it abroad, because when I was in Cyprus, I wasn't in Napa, I think I was in like Paphos, and they were doing it like in the clubs. They were selling it, so they'll do the thing.
It's everywhere. In the clubs they're selling it, on the street they're selling it, on boats they're selling it. It's horrible. It's so dangerous. Like, and
I'm so glad they're making it a Class C drug, because now you can get arrested for it.
Good, they should get arrested.
Because
I agree.
Smart Whip is.
I'm not with it.
Okay, and our last hot topic of the week is Drea Mac. And just before we talk about this, I'm going to say we're going to tread on eggshells, because this is an ongoing thing and we don't want to offend anyone that, you know, this might be a bit touching to them.
Absolutely. I think for me, like, it was so scary.
Yeah.
Because you honestly don't know who people are. Like, when I was listening to the VN and then Woman she was shouting and then she was like, off yourself, and then she's like, oh, I can't believe you did it. I was like, some people are really scary, you know.
Crazy. And I feel like it sheds light on that domestic abuse can be in any any type of relationship. It's not
exactly.
necessarily the man is hitting the woman. The woman can hit the man.
Yeah.
The man can hit the man. The woman can hit the man. Like,
And
it's so
it's
common.
really sad. And in the comments, somebody was like, because they used a picture of her, and like somebody was like, you can see the eyes, the window to the soul. You can just see, and I agree. Like, you know, you can tell a lot from people's eyes.
Yeah.
And she looks evil. I'm sorry.
Very.
She looks very scary and very evil. And even like before this, like I never even really liked her music or fed into her vibe. Even her TikToks, I would scroll past. Like, I'm being dead honest. It just was never my vibe. Something about her was always off. And when that came out, I was like, yeah, that woman is scary.
Literally. I hate to say the fact that I wasn't shocked.
You see,
like I wasn't. Like I wasn't shocked, and I feel like. Do you know what bugs me though? I feel like, because this kind of happened. I don't know if you know about Mason Greenwood and his girlfriend. I have a feeling that maybe not in a couple of weeks or months, but in like a year, everyone's gonna forget about it.
Of course,
and they're gonna give her platform back.
Exactly, but that's how social media is, and that's how the UK mostly is. People have scandals, people have situations. I think the only time you don't get your platform back as best as it was is when you do something like really serious. But then again, how serious is abuse?
Right.
Very serious. How serious is rape? Very serious.
Right.
Yeah, these people, I guess, so what? People have to kill people before they will use their platform, or they have to do some like racist stuff or something to the LGBTQ, and that's when people get cancelled.
It's a problem.
They pick and choose. It's very sad.
But yeah, hopefully she's wherever she is, because I've seen she's gone off the grid. I hope she's not off the grid crying her eyes out. I feel like I hope she's trying to change her character. I hope she's trying to.
I think she's very narcissistic, so I don't think it's bothering her.
But did you see the way she was switching in those voice notes? Like 1 minute it was like, "Why are you doing this to me?" The next minute, screaming, calling her girlfriend a whole like what?
Screaming, shouting. I said that is a scary human. She definitely doesn't give a heck. Like 100%. She's just gonna push that. Even I think someone recorded a phone call with her, and she's like, "Yeah, I know." She's given classic traits of borderline personality disorder. Yeah,
like her social awareness isn't like
zero.
There's not a thought behind her eyes. And I feel like because I saw one of the messages was, and I feel like people try, especially narcissists, they do this a lot when they're dating someone that's vulnerable. They'll say things like, "No one's ever gonna love you the way I do," and then that will make you think, "Oh, like I have to stay with this person because I'm clearly a lot to handle." And
then she'll like say something and she'll apologize like, "I'm just so stressed, like I'm so sorry." Like, what are you talking about, bro? You're telling someone to off herself, and then you're saying because you're so stressed.
What's stress got to do with it?
Exactly. No, that was it's nasty. She would just get what she deserves because that's evil,
and rightfully so. Okay, so we're gonna go into our main topic of today's episode, but before I do, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a second trigger warning in case you missed the first one. Today's topic might be a bit close to home, so this is your chance now to tap out of the video if it's not for you. So today's video is titled "A Mother First, a Wife Second," and I've got a statistic. So I've got this statistic from the internet. I'm going to read it out to you, and then I'm going to ask you at the end if you're shocked by it. So on the internet it said maternal mortality for black women is currently almost 4 times higher than for white women. Are you shocked?
No.
Right.
Because when I was even pregnant and in hospital, I ended up having a C-section.
Oh no.
And they were so quick to like push it, you know. They didn't care. Like even I was just watching people, because I went in at like 40 weeks, and like my baby wasn't moving as much, and I'm very small, so I think maybe she was just getting like full up in there. But that's what they told me. But then again, like your body is made to hold a baby, so I think they just ready to push a C-section onto anyone or push an induction onto anyone, and there was just like black women who were coming in there in pain and sad, and then they were just so easily dismissed, you know, like this woman, God knows, she came in, and when she bent over, we could all see the baby's head coming, and she was crying saying, "I have been calling the hospital telling you guys to let me come, and they kept telling me to stay at home," and honestly they just don't really care about black women. Honestly, it's really sad. Like I remember I'll be pressing the bell, because I had when you have a C-section, they give you like medication to induce the when you have an induction, they give you medication to induce the pregnancy and make your water break kind of fast. So like I was getting like synthetic contractions, which is way worse than natural contractions, because it's not your body made. And I remember pressing the bell, just looking for something like company, and it was kind of like late COVID as well, so they wouldn't really let more than one person in, and so I just wanted someone to be there. Do you know what I mean? I'm pressing it, and they wouldn't come, and they wouldn't let my family in, and they're just horrible. No, it was really sad, so I'm not surprised at all.
Right. I was going to ask, did you do NHS or wait, was it in this country?
No, yeah, other countries. I did NHS.
NHS, I feel like the NHS in particular.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not even just pregnancy. I remember this girl made a TikTok talking about how they like covered up her mum's death as COVID, but she knows in the back of her head her mum did not die of COVID. It's because the nurses were neglecting her mum in the hospital.
I can imagine.
Because she's a black woman, of course.
And it's dirty. Even I remember, God knows, I was in hospital for 7 days. I probably showered once. Because the lady would come in and watch her. She would just wipe down with the same wipe. Not clean it, change it, like rag. Just wipe. I said.
In the shower.
In the shower, in the toilet, everywhere. I said, yeah, you know what? When I go home after this baby, my mum was going to wash me.
No, literally.
My mum was going to actually wash me. I couldn't. I was disgusted.
No, I can imagine.
Sure, even the lady in America that they decapitated her baby and tried to put the head back and give it to me.
I heard about that. What? How can you do that and not go to prison?
They're not doing that to a white woman.
Yeah. No, say it again. No.
They're not doing that to point blank. Like, that was so sad.
So sad.
Even my friend, she just had a baby and her baby's got forceps marks because she had a C-section. And you don't need to use such force with the forceps to bring the baby out. She's got literally a scar on her face from the forceps. It's going to heal luckily because they're very young. But do you know what pain that probably caused the child?
Right.
She's thinking, what's going on? Like just trying to be born and
exactly.
They're just dragging my face.
And I get the whole you get bored day in day out of your job, but when you have a job such as like a doctor and a nurse, you cannot play.
Literally.
Like there's no such thing of I'm bored at work or I'm tired. Like you have to be on your A game.
Being so when the nurses are so mean, I even almost had a fight with nurses and I was like, bro, if you hate your fucking job,
why are you doing it?
Don't do it. Why are you being horrible?
Because someone's life is at danger. Like this isn't a common ordinary job. Like
yeah, you went to school, you went to uni to be a nurse, and you became a nurse for God knows how many years. And now you're sick of it. Quit. Find something else to do. Don't take out your frustration on innocent people who are coming to the hospital. Like, no, the hospital is not the place.
Literally. No, but we thank God that you had a safe delivery.
Yeah, no, indeed, and like I did. I had a
good.
safe one. Baby came out okay. I didn't have to do.
How long were you in labour for? Do you know?
48 hours.
No way.
Because literally, they were trying to induce me for like a whole week. So the first day, they gave me the 24-hour induction, and it was supposed to break my waters, but it didn't. And then they had to give me another one, and then that didn't. Then they had to give you a fast one, which is 6 hour. And then my water broke, but then I wasn't dilating quick enough. But then I'm having contractions, so they had to put me on this hormone. I think it's called Pycotin or something like that. And they had to put me on that, and then I'm just hitting bare contractions. Hormones are all over the place, just in hella pain. And from having natural contractions to synthetic contractions, baby's heart rate's dropping, and I was just not dilating. Pumping was too tight. She said, I'm not opening, y'all not gonna mess me up.
Too tight.
Literally, the doctor even came to check how dilated I was, and he was like, literally, you cannot have the baby vaginally because you are not opening. And I was like, so it wasn't an emergency C-section, it was an advised C-section. So they were like, if you keep waiting for your water to dilate, because you can't push until 10 centimeters. I only got to 3. And I was having 2 full days of serious contractions. So I wasn't even in active labor. So they were like, if you want to have safe delivery, let's just have a C-section. So I was like, I'm tired of these contractions killing me anyway, let's just go. But yeah, so I was literally awake, was perfectly fine. I could hear everything, and when I first heard her, it was amazing. Everything didn't even matter anymore.
No, of course. I was gonna ask, because in my last episode with my guest, I was arguing about who I would have in the delivery room with me. So who did you have?
I had my stepdad.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom was too scared to come. Her dad was okay, just waiting for us. But I was lucky. By the time it was, they moved me a couple different times. When I was in the last room just before I had the baby, the nurse that I was then with, she was so sweet to me, and she knew I'd been there for a week, so she felt so bad for me. So she just was sneaking in my family. So she was sneaking her dad, sneaking my siblings. So I had my mom there, my friend there, my siblings there, and then when it was time to wheel in for the C-section, you can only have one person, and then I just went with my stepdad. So he made me feel very comfortable.
Was he there moral support, squeezing your hand, or was he just
literally, because they gave you they spray you with this spray and obviously give you the epidural, and I was shaking. So he thought I was shaking I was gonna pass out and die. And he was like, don't sleep. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, Literally, it was so like when I look back at it now, I'm like, damn sis, like yeah, she did that, you know.
You
but,
did. And props to you. I always say, like, whenever I look up at women that have had children, like, I applaud them because it makes me think about when I'm gonna have a baby, and like I question it because it seems like a lot. Like you, like, I don't want to call it a job because I feel like that ties women down to being like the mother, but essentially that's what it is. Like you have to take on board this whole human being, and you might have a partner with you to help you, but at the end of the day, like, you're the person that's pushing out this baby. So you get, and for the rest of their life, ultimately, you're their guardian. You have to make sure that they grow up the correct way.
Absolutely.
Yes, but after you've given birth, how would you say motherhood is treating you? I've heard about motherhood glow. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, I mean, everyone always tells me that I'm glowing. So
you are.
I think I've seen, like, I've got a great baby. I think they're called trick babies because they make you tell another baby, and then that baby's like the worst. Because literally, my pregnancy was bliss. Having her, she used to sleep all through the night, and I was like, that's not good. A newborn should sleep all through the night. I said, look, I don't know what baby you had.
Exactly.
My baby, great. And I was breastfeeding, so I didn't have to do the get up and make a bowl. I would just put her in my boob, and I co-slept. I'm still cozy, but I don't have my own bed. I'm still sharing with Majesty. So I think motherhood's been great for me. Like, I've learned so much about myself, like as a woman, as a mother, just as an individual, and like it lets me know what I want. And she's watching me, and I have a girl child, so she's watching me, and it makes me make better decisions because everything I take, she's gonna take.
Of course.
Because literally, like I was looking at pictures today. When she sits at my makeup table, immediately she's powdering. She knows what to do. She puts my jewelry on, and that just warms my heart. So it's like, you need to be watching me do good things.
Of course.
You know, I don't want to make. Obviously, I want to make mistakes because then again, she'll learn from them. But at the same time, like, I need to be actively thinking about the things that I'm doing because, she's watching. But yeah, no, motherhood's been great for me. Like, obviously, I've had bumps in the road.
Of course.
Everybody does. But I think sometimes it's down to the kind of child that you have. And I know there's, like, postpartum and, like, people may not be able to connect with the baby as such. You know, I have postpartum. But my postpartum was more like, I want to be so perfect for you so your life is perfect, so I'm going to work myself until I'm so skinny. That was how it was for me. Like, I remember the first 6 months, because I was breastfeeding, I had to make sure I was eating well because I wanted her to have good nutrition. The moment I was start breastfeeding, people would be like, are you okay, Karen? Because I wouldn't eat for like days. You know, because I'm just working. But she's good. That's all that matters to me. And then one day I looked in the mirror and I was like, who is that?
Right, no, I can imagine.
Literally, I was like, what the fuck? And then my mum was always like to me, you're lean, sis. And I'm like, no. She's like, you're giving leper shandy. Like, I don't know if you're Nigerian, like, too skinny. So I was like, alright, cool, you know what? Let me get out of this funk, you know. And I had help, don't get me wrong, I had help, but you could have all the support in the world, but it's your mentality.
Of course.
You know, I just knew I am Majesty's primary caregiver. I need to make shit work for her, you know, and like I said, I have support. Money wasn't a problem for me per se, but I just wanted to make sure I had my own. So that made me like just want to graft. But at the same time, I'm lucky that because I already had a good relationship with her, it wasn't postpartum like, oh, we couldn't connect. Because I feel so bad for the moms who like, they'll hear their baby cry and it's just nothing to them.
Yeah, do you find that crazy?
But that's mental, you know.
No, it is. I feel like they didn't do it intentionally.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy because when I was trying to get her off breastfeeding, like, it was hard for me because she would cry. I had to send her to my mom's house for 2 days, and she came back on a bottle because they can smell you.
Yeah,
they can smell.
You know, I mentioned in the last episode, I saw this TikTok video. Apparently, when a baby's first born, they don't see their mum as another person. It's just that you're an attachment of me. Like, that's how connected they are to you, and that kind of intimacy is understandable why she was crying for 2 days. But that must make your heart melt, isn't it?
Yeah, because I remember when they first brought her out of me and they put her on my chest, and I just started so intimate. And she literally was like just looking. It's really like she was looking for me. You know, I don't even know how to explain that. And I was just crying, and then I wouldn't let them take her away, and they had to clean her. And I was like, no, I did it myself. Like, belly's still wide open, guts are out, I did it myself. And I remember when they wheeled her to me, and I would just hold it, and literally anyone would come in. I even had to look at her dad like, give me. Even my friends, everybody. My mom was dressing her, and I was like, give her. She's mine. And I love how, like, as she would, when her eyes would open up, and the first time we ever like looked at each other, like, it was like static. Like, her eyes opened and she recognized me and she looked at me, and I could feel in her eyes like, you know me. you know,
Yeah,
and that's amazing because I made you
right,
inside me,
exactly.
and we'll just be together in the house. And when I'm breastfeeding her, because she's literally like this, so all she would see is
Is
me.
you.
And I have this big picture of myself in my bed, because obviously when you have a C-section, you have to be bed ridden for some time,
really?
yeah, because just to heal. So I'm just in bed, and she's looking at the picture, and one day she looked at the picture, she looked at me. She looked at the picture and she smiled. She's like, "That's my mom."
Yeah.
You know?
No, I love
So
that. I feel
cute.
like your child knowing you is such an
It's
important thing, because you don't want them to go out there and label someone else. Oh, that's my mom. That's my
Yeah.
mom. That's my mom. Because that's gonna be heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking.
And I was even gonna say, you low-key give off like girl mom energy.
I know people always say that, but
Like-
I low-key wanted a boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
I
did you do
wanted
a gender reveal?
Yeah. I did.
How did you do cake or like confetti or?
No, I did cake, and it's so funny because when I did the gender reveal, my friend, I did a sneak peek early one, so I didn't do it in like a hospital. I got like a blood test. So like there's these websites you can do like an early one, like 16 weeks early. So I got my friend to do it for me, and the day before the gender reveal, I told her to call me and tell me, because I didn't want to cry in front of everyone if it was a girl. But the only reason I didn't want a girl is because black women just go through too much.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't like sad stuff. So I can't bear my daughter coming to cry to me about the world. Like, oh, like that would make me so mad.
So upset.
I'm not saying men don't, but it's different
For-
because I'm a woman.
Especially black women,
Yeah.
like I feel like everyone has their fair share of a hard life, but
Yeah.
black women are done so terribly.
So dirty.
It's crazy.
And I was like, my precious princess should not come and go through
Not
what the
a
world has done to
chance.
me.
Not
Let me
a
just have a
chance.
boy
No.
that the other side will take care of. And, it's different. I'm not a man. I don't know what men go through. I can only speak for
women.
So I remember when she called me, she was like, "It's a girl."
Oh my goodness! Really?
I cried so bitterly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I cried hard. And then I was like, okay, I got her. Literally.
Period.
And
That's
then
what's
had the
up.
gender reveal and had a blast. But God knew what he was doing, because
Of
I needed a girl.
course.
Oh my gosh, that's my best friend. Like, I love Maisy so much. Like,
I can't wait
that's
till
my
you
sis.
guys grow up together.
Same. Like, when I look back at videos of me and her, like, it just makes me so emotional. When I look back at videos of me and her just together, like, I love when it's just me and her, and she was like learning to walk and crawl, and she would be so proud of herself. And like, I know it's weird, I'm her mom, but she looks up to me.
Oh yeah.
But it was by choice. She didn't have to, because yes, I'm with her all the time, but human beings eventually will have decisions to make and choices and all these things. And as she's grown up, she could have been like, my mom's not really vibes.
Yeah,
But
no, it's true.
she likes me. Do you know what
That's
I
what's
mean?
up, and that's what we love. I feel like that's so important.
Literally.
And I don't know if you hear, but a lot of the time, girls growing up, they go this sort of like, I don't want to say vengeance. I want to say like anger towards their moms. Like, have you heard the saying like your mom is your first bully? I hate that.
I hate that.
Because who? Because me personally, I love my mom. Me and my mom, we've been like batty and bench since day, and like she just knows what's up. Like we've had like trials and tribulations, of course, but calling my mom my first bully, that's like maybe my older sister was my first bully, but my mom, why would my mom bully me?
No, when I hear people say that, it makes me so sad for them. Like whenever girls talk about their relationship with their mom and it's not strong, it's really sad, because it's like that should be your
Best
bestie.
friend.
Like you should be able to talk to her about anything. Like even when I hear of girls like just random stories, it's like the girl was pregnant, she didn't tell her mom, so she had the baby in like the toilet, and then all those kind of things. Do you know how disconnected from your mom you have to be to not even tell her that? But the day I found out I was pregnant, I called my mom.
No,
she wasn't even in the country.
really?
She was in Nige. I called her and I was like, it was even FaceTime, and she'd eating chicken. I'll never forget it. And she's like, I was like, mommy, I'm pregnant.
Now you're bold for that.
Look,
especially with a Nigerian mom. I don't know how I would do it.
My mom knows me. Like I'm just straightforward all the time.
And I feel like you're in a position where you're set for life. Do you get? I feel like one thing that's important about having a child is knowing that you're ready for a child. Because I always say to myself, I'm not going to have a child until I'm ready, because I don't want to bring a child here and I can't look after it. And that's not only financially, that's mentally as well. I feel like as someone that suffers with mental health issues, if I know I'm still fighting demons, I'm not going to bring a child into it.
No, I was in a good place when I I think I just moved into my apartment, and I wasn't living in my mom's house. It was my peak of like my social media. It was good and it was bad, because I could have maybe became more, because being pregnant kind of slowed me down, because there's some things I couldn't do that I wanted to do. But at the same time, like I wasn't down bad, like I was in a good situation mentally. Like even when I saw the pregnancy test, I was just like
I can imagine. Did you just do the one?
Yeah, just the one. It came straight away. I didn't even, honestly to God, I didn't even have like a one sad bone. Like,
Yeah.
it was just more like, okay, this is what you want from me, God. Like, okay,
That's what's up. I always say, God will never put you in a position that you're not ready for.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you're not ready at the time, He'll give you the tools
to make you ready.
Exactly.
And I never even had like a pregnancy scare.
Really?
I never like been pregnant, had an abortion, like none of that. Well, this is my first everything. So I was just like, yeah, this is meant to be. Like, I already had her name ready. I was like,
yeah, I was gonna ask. I love that name. What's the ideology behind it?
Just since I was young, like even all of my dolls were called Majesty, and I said even if it was a boy or girl, my first child would be called Majesty because they're my Majesty. You know, because my child is mine, like something that's mine and I created, and no one can take away from me or change or alter until she herself may want to make changes. But Majesty is my little project, my progeny. Do you know what I mean? So it's personal. And when I was young, I remember when Rihanna's I think friend's baby is called Majesty.
Okay.
And I was like, I knew this name was cool. I told y'all. Literally, I remember when I was in school and I was like, Rihanna's niece is Majesty. Y'all always custom name Majesty. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you see, I know these shits.
Right. Another thing that kind of upsets me, it's like when me and my friends always talk about, because we talk about things like kids, because we're getting to that age where some of my age mates are having kids, and I've noticed a lot of my age mates are having children, the dad isn't in the life.
Yeah.
And I feel like, as someone that's had two parents in a household, I'm really grateful because it's really rare.
Yeah.
And I would love to do that because it seems like a whole different world.
It is.
When you're not in a household where you've got both parents present, because you want one to show you one side and one to show you the other side. So I feel like
it is important because there's some things I'm not going to be able to teach her that her dad will teach her. There's some things that he won't be able to teach her. You know, like even there's times when maybe like she will see my brothers and she needs that masculine energy. Do you know what I mean? Like as much as I could try, I'm not her dad. And I don't actually love that mom and I'm the mom and the dad narrative. I don't think it's good
because you shouldn't have to carry that burden. Why are you having to do two roles? Literally. You should only do the one.
Like I did grow up in a 2-parent household, but I grew up in my dad being emotionally unavailable. Just because he was present doesn't mean he was the best dad ever.
I saw a video about that. Just because you're in the household, that doesn't mean your role is to just be in the household. You actually have to contribute. Like be a dad. Don't just be present.
Yeah, but no, I'm grateful. Like he's a good dad, and she's happy, and she knows who her dad is. Yeah,
I was even gonna ask because I've seen a lot of debates on the internet, and a lot of women say that after childhood, like sustaining a stable relationship is hard for them. Would you say you agree with that?
Well, after having a baby.
Yeah.
No, not really, because it's always up to me. Like obviously, after having a baby, like you know, guys try to move to me all the time, and I just feel like if from the jump I don't get the vibe that I want from you, I just don't bother.
Yeah.
And then there's guys that have dated and like they may not be as understanding. And if I ever feel like, for example, if I ever feel like I'm on the phone and my daughter needs me, I need to go, and you're kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'll cut you off.
No,
because I don't want you to make me feel like that at all. You should be kind of like, yeah, go sort her out.
And plus, she comes first.
Exactly.
I feel like that plays perfectly into the title of this video. Like you're a mother first.
Always.
Before you are anything else.
Even when I get married, like I'm the mom that's gonna feed the kids first and then feed you. Like I don't understand the moms that will feed the husband first.
Crazy.
Like, he was my husband before you. What are you talking about?
No one cares.
No one gives a heck because men don't think that way. You know.
110%.
Please.
110%. Like I feel like the reason I titled this video "A Mother First, a Wife Second" is because a lot of the times when women get into relationships and they have kids, they tend to like just think about the partner. It's like, you're my offspring, but you know, I'm in love with your dad, and that's the way it is.
I couldn't do that. Even some girls who may like, you know, have a baby dad or whatever, and they don't have the best relationship with him, and you know, they take that on the kids. Yeah. And that's just disgusting to me. I could never, like, God forbid me and him were in a good place or he didn't want to be there. I'm not going to be horrible to my daughter. Exactly. I'm going to be even better to her because I have to try to make up for that.
And it's not her fault.
Exactly. And it's not my fault. Because they take it on themselves. If a man doesn't want to be with you, sometimes it's not your fault.
100%.
It's just a personal thing between them. Yeah, there may be something about you that he doesn't want, but that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you.
100%.
Because the person who wants you will be out there. Because sometimes you shouldn't be fucking.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing.
Exactly.
But I still didn't, like, I bossed up. Like, I had to do what I need to do for my child at the end of the day. And I made the relationship between me and him good so that everything was comfortable. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are you looking to get any siblings for Majesty?
Right now, no, not right now.
How many do you think you want to have?
Just one more.
Really?
Yeah.
Just two?
Yeah,
Is there a reason why?
I just have 2 hands.
No, it's true. It's true.
I have.
And kids are a lot of work. And apparently they're expensive.
I'm good, kid. I don't pay for shit.
Period. So. That's what's up.
I haven't felt that expensiveness that people talk about. Maybe because, like I said, I have this work. I mean, when you're like not in a good situation and you're alone, maybe kids can be expensive. But my family is very supportive of me.
I love that.
I work very hard. And the other guy is very supportive too. So I don't feel the expensive. Like, if I need something immediately, it's gonna be available for me, whatever it is. So not right now. But it's just because I want to just give her all my attention right now. Like, I feel like I'm splitting between still being Korean and being Korean the mom. Yeah. So if I added another child into the mix, it would just take the piss. And she demands. Everyone knows Madge. She's obsessed with me.
Really?
Like, homegirl needs to chill. Like, she's obsessed with me.
That's so sweet.
So,
I love that statement you just made. You said you want to focus on being Korean and Korean the mom. I feel like it's so important. Like you've got a child, but to maintain your personality, you don't want to get lost in the motherhood circle of things. Because I see a lot of women, like, they get married, they have the kid, and that's their personality trait. Yeah, that's it. Absolutely not.
I can't. I have too much personality for it. I think that's what it is. Because I think, and when you let yourself go, you can't even be a mom properly. Because, like, and I think that's another reason why. Because obviously, I have mom friends, I have single mom friends, I have married mom friends, and we all talk. And sometimes it's like, you know, and I have guy friends who have baby moms, and one thing they always say to me is like, the reason why maybe it didn't work with the baby moms because she let herself go. Or she started being different, or she was child, and then she didn't kind of have time for herself. Because men watch these things. Yeah. I'm not saying it's not hard, like, life is so easy when you're a mom. It's not, but you have to try just for yourself to maintain it. Like, imagine not like doing little things that like after. Imagine not doing little things like, you know, having your hair done or having a shower every day. Like, your partner is also a human being as well, you know that, right? So he met you a certain way. Yes, you went through pregnancy and you've changed. But, so you expect him to accept this new you that's not what he's used to. And you're also battling this new, like, it's difficult.
It is.
That's why some people really don't work.
On both parts. And I feel like you want to maintain that image that your partner met you, but sometimes you can't help it. Because I've seen some women, one thing about me, I always Google stuff that I know is going to stress me out. So, like,
I'm not with that. You're crazy.
I do it all the time. So this woman was going through postpartum. And like her body completely changed, and I feel like the fact that I don't know if you know the disease PCOS. She suffered with that as well, so her body completely changed. Like, she tried so hard to lose weight after her pregnancy, and it just wasn't working. And like, she was going on the fact that like her partner wasn't attracted to her, and she felt helpless.
That kind of stuff, that man is just horrible.
Exactly.
Because that's not her fault.
Exactly.
You know, I'm talking about more the people that you don't necessarily have postpartum or POS or like physical things wrong with you. You just can't be arsed because the baby.
Yeah, don't make an excuse.
Exactly. If it's stuff that you cannot control, and then your partner, because some men are mad, like they're like, mad. she's not losing any weight, or she's not sexy anymore because she had the baby,
like, what?
And you're not helping her. I mean, like, there's partners that are trying to help, and you're just being irritable. That's the thing, but that is just horrible. Exactly. Like, she can't control that. Exactly. Like, I'm lucky that I'm the kind of person, I lose weight very quick, and I was when I had Madge, I was big. Like,
really?
I've never passed about 50 to 60 kg. I finished pregnancy 90 kg.
No flipping.
If I show you a picture right now, you're not going to believe it's me.
Was there a particular place where the weight went? Was it just the stomach?
Everywhere. My face was huge, my nose was huge, my arms were huge, my fingers were swollen. Like, all my
apparently all your stuff starts to swell up. No, girl, stop it.
You know what? Somebody used to call me Gloria from Madagascar.
Stop it. I
wasn't even offended because I low-key was giving Gloria from Madagascar.
Stop it.
But after I had that baby, what's weird was my postpartum made me lose it because I wasn't eating. But at the same time, I then became really thin. like they're not even recognizable. Like my head looked bigger than my body. So it was just.
But you bounced back.
Yeah, that's when I got healthy again.
Yeah.
But that's because I wanted to get healthy, and I was in a position to get healthy. If I had POS or if I had eating disorders or whatever it is, that's not a position for me to get healthy.
Exactly.
And then if I didn't have I was lucky, niggas still were loving me when I
that's
was chunky. So, but if I had a partner that didn't find me attractive, that would mess up my mental.
110%.
For sure. So it's sad.
You need I feel like, not even just with pregnancy, with life in itself, you need a great support system, and especially during pregnancy, because I feel like that's the darkest stages of a woman's life.
The most vulnerable stage.
Exactly.
Like, I'm grateful for my sister. My little sister is literally in my gym. She was in the hospital with me all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it was rotating between family, like my child's father, everyone, but my sister was there like all the time. And I love her for that. She always made me feel beautiful, like towards the end when I was getting a bit bigger, because I've never been big. When I say big, people might take offense, but take that for someone who's always been size
skinny.
6,
Yeah,
size 8.
no, exactly.
So when I was getting big, going to 12, 14, it was messing with me. I was like, who is this woman? Like, and then she's like, no, you're beautiful. Like, you're so beautiful. And that would really help.
And you need stuff like that.
You really
the
do.
smallest things can make you smile when you're pregnant.
Because I'll be looking in the mirror like,
oh,
I miss
the old you.
You know?
I was even going to say, like, I feel like another thing that props to you for is being like a social media presence while being pregnant.
Yeah.
How do you, because I feel like one thing about me, I've always said, like, I'm on social media, but not too much, because the people on the internet are so wicked. And I'm very like, sticks and stones can break my bones. Like, I'm so sorry. The words will make me cry myself to sleep. As much as I put on that front, like, yeah, I'm a tough girl, say something wrong to me on the internet, I'll cry myself to sleep. Like, so I feel like when I get pregnant, I won't say anything until the baby's here.
Yeah, no, but I didn't want to.
So how did it?
It got put out because of, like, I was in an article and for a court case situation. Yeah. So I didn't answer my pregnancy.
That would have pissed me off.
Yeah. So the best thing I could do was ignore it. I didn't say I am pregnant. I didn't say I'm not pregnant. So people were just confused.
Yeah.
So, like, people would message me and I wouldn't answer it. It's only when people saw me in real life, like, oh shit, you are pregnant.
But even still, then you don't have to explain yourself to anyone.
Exactly, that's why I did it. So it was easy for me to block it out, I would just filter comments like, I don't want to see no pregnant.
Because people on the internet are so wicked.
Or, you know what they used to tell me? They used to tell me horrible things. I'm thinking, like, deep it for a second. You think I'm pregnant, so you're sending me hate.
That's crazy.
You think I'm pregnant, so you're sending me hate. So imagine I actually am pregnant, which I was, and you're sending me hate, and I now do something to myself.
That's crazy. The internet is such a wicked, and I'll never get it. Like, after you've typed hate on the computer, do you sit there and smile? Do you feel good about literally? Do you feel good about yourself?
I don't get it.
Like,
I've never picked up my phone and, like, sent hate to one person.
Like, do you reply to them at all?
No.
Yeah, don't.
Like, if it, like, burnt me, if it, like, was like the Nigerian people just slap you, so I will give, like, cheek back. Yeah. I don't care, my mouth's sharp, razor sharp, so I'm gonna give you cheek back. Some things hurt because you're human, and sometimes you're even like, why did they say that? Like,
yeah, and then you start looking at yourself like, was what they said right?
Yeah,
like, is my head really that big?
Because I'm human.
Exactly.
But I have to be like, for anyone to sit on a computer or behind a screen, make a fake page, take time out of their life to make a fake page to send hate. You're already done out. You're miserable.
You already find your own demons.
They're beating you.
No, the demons are winning.
They're even stomping on your head now. Like, they've won.
And I always say that it's internalized. Like, is there deflecting, because they're so sad about their own lifestyles and how they're living. They have to make other people on the internet feel like crap, and it's like, literally, where's the logic behind it?
Like, I get random stuff like, oh, your nose is big, or your forehead is this, or you have ugly toes. Sis, you hate your life. Like, get out
and you're
here.
on my page. Yes. What?
The one that kills them when I'm on live and they're just shouting. I'm like, deep it, right? I don't know who you are in the world. You're in my life. The person will exit quietly.
Exactly.
Because I don't know you.
You're on my page.
Literally, you're watching me.
Obsessed and clingy.
You're a fan.
Like,
and not a good one. You're
like, like one of the bad ones. Period.
Like, you're weird.
What was I gonna say? Are you planning on getting Majesty's name tattooed?
I'm planning. Majesty's tattooed.
Oh my gosh, really?
Well, I've got Majesty. Can you see it? I've got Majesty here. Big one here. It says Majesty.
Oh,
huge.
okay,
I got that. She was on my boob while I was getting a tattoo.
Oh,
And then I've got Majesty Kalon, because everyone knows Majesty's obsessed with my neck. She grabs my neck all the time. When she's feeding, it's her comfort. She's always holding my neck. So I tattooed Majesty Kalon because that is her neck. Nobody else's neck.
Period.
You heard. I've got Kalon here. I've got her star sign. I've got a little figure of me and her henna.
I love that. Yeah, because I was going to say you're a tattooed person, so in my head it was like, you must have gotten her name.
The moment I could get tattoos after I had her, and I was allowed to, because of breastfeeding, I got them in my house because I wanted to be comfortable. So the tattoo artist came to my house.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. No, I was ready, literally. I wanted to dedicate to her. Like, I can't wait for her to ask me for her first tattoo.
Isn't it? That's what's up. What age do you think you'll do that?
Like, if she comes to me at like 16 and it's small, like if it's like just small and cute, I'll let her.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna regret something small and cute, and it's in a good place. Like I'll. Why do you want to get it?
And if she tells you instead of going behind your back, you can like validate why it's exactly.
Because all of my tattoos have meaning, every single one, you know. And then if when she's 18, sis, you can make your own decisions. I'll just be there, literally. So yeah. I think she's a girly girl though. I don't really think she's gonna want
tattoos. Really,
I think she may want small, like dainty, cute ones. Because Majesty's very girly. She's so light. You know, I love that about her. Like she loves babies. She plays with babies all the time, and she loves purple. Sorry, she loves purple. Every color, doesn't matter what color it is. Purple. I'm like, no, baby, orange. Purple. So I'm like, okay, that's clearly she must love purple. So yeah, she's very girly. She picks out, every time I let her choose her outfits, I lay out a couple different outfits for her, and she'll choose pink outfit, purple outfit, dress. She's got this flowy tutu. We wear that every day.
Oh, bless
literally.
her.
So yeah, I don't even want her to anyway. I think it's cute when you're just clean.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm damaged.
Once you've got
it's late.
I feel like once you've started tattooing your body, it's too late to go back. So it's like you might as well just feel the whole arm.
I love the clean girls. I'm just like,
yeah, you know, sometimes I look at them
beautiful.
like,
so precious and clean.
Like
you're still good. Like,
yeah, I feel like I'm good. Like I might stop here. Girl, man. And one thing I hate is that whenever I see a tattoo design I want, straight away, I'm booking the appointment. I don't even think about it. Like, I'm so unhinged.
That's how I got to where I am now.
How did your Nigerian mom? Because I know you got a Nigerian mom. What you feel about it? I saw a TikTok that you posted.
When I got the one that did it for her, when I got my nipple, I got a nipple tat. I did it in Malta. It's a sun around my nipple.
I love that. Just the one.
Yeah, just one. I remember I was in Cyprus and I called her and I was screen recording and it was during COVID, so she had her face mask on, and I put her nipple on and she went. Karen, she took the face mask off to see it better. She's like, Karen! I was like, it's nice. She goes, oh God, she started to pray.
They love doing that. They actually love doing that, and I'll never get the logic.
No, she said to me, because one time we had a comment, I was like, why don't you like them? Like, they're how I express myself. Like, I love tattoos. And then she was like, it's not that I don't like them. I just wish you wouldn't do them because I like your body, how it is. And she knows that I love them. And it's just, it's about for her because she has Nigerian mentality. Yeah. But then she's got a child who's so expressive. Like, she never really knew how to deal with me because I'm so expressive.
I feel like the new gen is just like that. Like, especially because my mom's first generation Nigerian. So from her on, it's just going to be living in the UK. Yeah. And when she came here, like, she was even shocked seeing people with tattoos because in Nigeria it's not a norm. And the minute I started getting tattooed, she was just like, yeah, this isn't going to cut. And I said to her, babe, we're not in 1984 in Nigeria. It's 2023 and we're in the UK. Like, could you
let it go. Like, if my first tattoo is a little small love heart in my chest here. I got it on holiday. And I showed her. She's like, oh, cute. She was fine with it. But she was like, no more. And I was like,
I love doing that.
Yeah, no more. Came back home. Look at the big piece I went to go and get.
Was that the second one?
That was my third because I've got a little... just one behind my shoulder. It's writing small as well. She was like, yeah, these two are cute, lovely. I went to get that one. She was like, why? And I was like, because I like it. Then I got her name, and we have the same birthday actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was on her birthday. It's so nice. I want my own birthday, and so I was like, look, I dedicated it to you.
Yeah, you always put those ones.
She said, I didn't ask you to do it. And then it got to a period where I would just come home with new tats, and then she didn't want to see them anymore. Yeah. And I started to feel sad. And then that's when I had a convo with her, and she was like, I don't have a problem with it. She's like, they're beautiful, and she hates pain. My mom's opposite to me, you know. Yeah. It's crazy. We have the same birthday with the same star sign, but she's the opposite. Like, she's so tender, she doesn't even get her hair done. She hates pain. So she's like, how can you push yourself through that pain? Like, I don't get it. And I'm like, it don't hurt. Like,
No, literally. I feel like the pain isn't that bad. In the moment, of course, it's gonna be a bit, but when it's done, it's done.
Exactly. All I'm thinking to myself is, this shit's gonna be
look fire. No, literally, this shit's gonna look fire. Like
Exactly.
you don't even think about the pain. It's like I'm getting tired. I'm gonna look
some
good.
places, like my legs.
Really? Would you say your legs is where it hurt the most?
I've got good vibes. 4 letters on my knees.
Yeah.
Painful.
No way.
I was sweating. When she was doing it, she was like, Kareem, like, look at you. You're fully tired. This is killing you. I said, please. Just finish that.
No, literally. Don't talk to me. Talk to me after. Please.
Nah, man. Some places are
tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. I love the fact that you brought up your mum. I was gonna ask about Majesty's relationship with your mum. How's that?
She calls her mommy.
Oh, I love you. Like when I have a daughter, I want her to call my mum mommy. That's so.
And I told her, Mom, stop making her do that. Like, you're not her mom. Like, what's wrong with you? Your mom's like, mommy. She loves it. Like when the phone rings, she's like, mommy, and I'm thumping her, and I'm like, that's Nana. And then she's like, Nana, mommy. Like, oh no, it's so cute. They're besties.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw that article that you did. I think it was a picture of all three. I love that.
And my grandma was supposed to be there, but she couldn't come because she lives in Nigeria.
Oh my gosh, so you guys have got 4 gens?
Yeah, we got 4. She came,
that.
so we took a 4-generation pic. It's so
Period.
cute. I never posted, but yeah, no, literally, like they're besties. And even my nana, when Majesty met her, you would think they knew each other
already.
Literally, like she came down the stairs and Majesty just put her face, like she just touched her face, right? And I was like, crying. Like it was so beautiful.
Sweet.
No, my family is so close. Like even my youngest sibling, my sister and my brother, my youngest brother, he's only like 20, and he watches Majesty for me like a dad would.
I love that.
You know, like they're just like that. She'd be like, me man. Like she learned everyone's names now. It's so cute the way we say. And they all get gassed when she says their names. Literally. So no, like the relationship is amazing because they just love her. They love her, of course. I mean, obviously, but you know, sometimes we have to be realistic. Sometimes there's situations people don't have a relationship with their siblings.
Yeah.
So they don't have a relationship with their nieces and nephews.
Exactly.
I'm able to say like, Majesty's love all around. Like I drop her and I'm out.
Yeah,
but
no,
to work or something like that.
Of course.
I have to turn up because sometimes mama needs a break.
Yeah, no, mums need to have fun too.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes like when I leave Majesty with my mom or her dad or wherever it is, I go and have the most fun.
That's what's
because
up.
I can reset to take her back again for another like 2 months straight.
Exactly.
Because you get frustrated. And it's not the child's fault, it's not your fault. And you don't want to take it out on the child, so you need a break. Because it's same with human beings. Like when you're around your friends too much, you get tired of them.
You want to go home.
Your own mom, your siblings,
Yeah.
everyone. We're human because we're born alone. Alone time is necessary.
So
like,
necessary.
I love when I'm home alone and I'm just not hearing Elmo. Like,
I love that.
literally.
I feel like it's all about balance.
Yeah.
Like it's about remembering. Like I've got a baby now, but I've also like I'm still me. Yeah. I'm me with my baby. I can't let this life swallow me. But yeah, just before we end off, I wanted to ask for the girlies out there, because I feel like this episode is going to be dedicated to all the mums. That's what I wanted, because I feel like shout out to you lots. Like the media, I feel like the way the media portrays you guys, it's like we're just a mum.
Yeah.
That's it.
And they blame us for everything.
Oh,
Men leaving, your fault.
Everything.
Child is an iPad kid, your fault.
If the world was to crumble, they'll blame it on mothers.
It's moms.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to end off, I wanted to ask if you could give one high and one low of your pregnancy. Yeah, we'll start there. So what's one high of your whole, like even after, so motherhood or pregnancy, one high? Like actually start with the low so we can end on the high.
One low of my pregnancy was, they're going to say she thinks her life is perfect. What was one low of my pregnancy? When I think when I started to show and there are certain things that I just couldn't do anymore that I wanted to do, you know, like maybe be out a little later. A pregnant woman doesn't need to be outside at 12 o'clock.
It's true.
You know,
It's true.
and they might think that's so shallow, but that's my reality.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that was my lifestyle at the time. Like,
Exactly.
you know, maybe going out, or it's not even necessarily even clubbing, just content. Like all my girls,
going out.
whatever it is, and they're drinking. I don't like wine, but I might want to take a sip. I can't even do that. So I think it was certain restrictions that I didn't have was a low for me. Yeah.
Okay, and what would you say and high is?
I was glowing. Shit, it was gorgeous. Like I was pretty. Hair was growing. Like
I've heard about that. Apparently your hair grows like crazy when you're pregnant. I might have to get pregnant because I want her.
Don't kill me. And I think nesting. I think preparing for the baby.
Yeah, that must be so exciting. Baby shopping. Honest, that must be so exciting.
Like when I look back at her little girls and they were tiny, I'm thinking like she used to be this small.
Aww.
Like that's crazy to me. So yeah, I should take away being pretty. It was more preparing and nesting for the baby. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And the last thing I'm gonna ask you is if you had any advice for the mums out there. This could be about anything. What would you say to them?
Nothing is your fault.
Period.
You're doing your best.
That part, I love that.
That's all. And you're allowed to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
If you need some time away from that child, take some time from that child. Even if it's your child. Because when you take a break to refresh, you can do better. Because sometimes it gives me time to reflect. Like when I don't have Madge, I'm able to think. I'm like, okay, you know what you did just there like wasn't really good. You need to do better for her. And so when I get her back, I can do better for her. Yeah. But how can I have these times to reflect if she's always there?
Exactly.
So take time for yourself. Even if it doesn't have to do with the kid, just for yourself. Little things, try to keep yourself together. Because you'll feel happy when you look in the mirror and you look presentable, you feel good. It will help. So yeah, just, it's not your fault. Take time for yourself and just be a good mom as best you can.
Good. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
To end off this episode, we're just going to do a quick general knowledge test.
Yeah.
Well, you're not good at this kind of stuff.
Nah, I don't know, man.
You have hope in yourself. You never know. So, I've got 6 questions. Okay. And then the last 4 are finished the titles of like classic movies. Oh, you're a movie person?
Yeah,
okay, good.
Person. Let's see.
Okay, so let's start with the first question. Question 1 is, what Netflix show had the most streaming views in 2021?
Is it Squid Game?
How did you know?
I watched it.
Well done. So you don't believe in yourself. Okay, the next question is, which is the only body part that is fully grown from birth?
Your brain.
No. Eyes. Yeah, apparently. I didn't know that.
What?
Shocker, innit?
You're lying.
No, I'm not. I mean, I got from if the internet's lying to me, then.
But your brain is one, right?
No, it must be. Maybe
your brain doesn't
second.
Does your brain? It does.
It does.
Cut that out.
That is so flipping funny.
No, please.
Okay, the next one is a true or false.
Okay.
This one is, Holland is a region in the Netherlands.
Yeah, true.
Period. That one was quite easy to
I was about to say, sis, you playing with me now. You trying to call me a dummy?
Okay, where did sushi originate from?
Japan.
China. Yeah. I would have said Japan too.
Yeah, because I'm an anime girl, so I would have thought like.
Check you out.
I love Japanese culture.
I can't get into anime. I've tried.
You need to try scroll and then the first one that just makes you
calls your name. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I will. Okay. Who was the first ever Disney princess? Are you not a Disney girl?
I am, but not in depth.
Let
me actually just try.
Yeah, no, think about that one for a minute.
Aurora?
No, it was actually Snow White.
I was gonna say Snow White.
That's what they were saying.
I was actually gonna be Aurora, Snow White, or Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, okay.
Aurora is Sleeping Beauty,
Yeah, wait.
No, she's not. Move on.
Okay. What is the most sold flavor of Walker's crisps?
I wouldn't know. Maybe salt and vinegar.
Yeah, cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion.
Yeah, I don't know why though.
I think people would love cheese and onion.
I really
smell like cheese and onion. Oh my god.
Okay, that's so funny. Okay, so the next 4 I'll finish the titles. Are you these are like black classic films, by the way.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. We don't know, man.
We'll find out.
We have to try.
Okay, so the first one is Boys in the Hood. Oh, I just said it. Damn.
Don't kill me. Okay,
that's so annoying. Okay, Straight Out of
Compton.
Period. The next one is 50 Shades of
Grey.
Yeah.
The same.
The next
that
one.
Ain't no black classic.
No, it's true. It's in the first 2, but I went and said Boys in the. I don't know why I said the answer. Okay, the last one is The Hunger
Games.
Okay, now I need to think of one because I said the first one.
Okay, let me test you because you out here testing me. Let me think. Why does your brain do this?
No, literally, it happens.
It, bro.
Okay, no, I've got one for you.
Okay.
The Best Man's.
The Best Man Holiday.
Yeah. That's actually my favorite movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Okay, so you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. 60%.
That's
a 2-1.
Your third on the leaderboard though.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah.
Stop it. Okay, so I've got my school board here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you to write. You don't have to write it in, you can just sign it or like I just let my guests freestyle. Whatever you want to put on there.
Oh no, I'm sad now because I wanted to be number one.
To be fair,
top three.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully the next guest doesn't, surpass you.
Can you throw them off, please? I'm just gonna put king with a little crown.
Period. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. It's like a little signature that all my guests leave. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there for now. So yeah, King Kareem got 6 out of 10 on the general knowledge test, which isn't ridiculous. So and this sadly brings us to the end of today's episode. Today's subject wasn't really too touchy. I feel like we didn't go into anything sensitive, but still, like I always say, my page is always open. If anyone wants to drop me a DM just to talk, totally fine. Would you say your page is there for people?
Yeah, absolutely. Moms, not moms, girls, not the men.
Yeah, not the men. Stay at the side.
I'm just joking. No, on a real, anybody.
Yeah.
If you need anyone to talk to at any point about anything randomly, you can always hit me up.
Of course. I'm going to put King Kareem's social media on that side of the screen. She's got some great content out there, guys. Check her out on do you want to say your social media?
My TikTok is king_Kareem. My Instagram is just King Kareem, YouTube King Kareem, Snapchat Kareem_Lawani. Barely use it though, but yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's all going to be plastered on that side of the screen. My social media is going to be on this side as per usual. And yeah, thank you for tuning into today's episode, guys.
Like, share, subscribe.
Period. Okay, bye guys.